Denise Turner remembers the day in the fall of 2020 when her son Mark came home with a prescription.
He was really excited to take it. I literally remember him, running in the house, one day and saying, "I know it's a lifelong drug, but it's going to work."
A pill called Finasteride, or Propecia, that promises to slow down hair loss. This pharmaceutical fountain of youth is not without side effects. Finasteride is known to cause sexual dysfunction in some men who take it. But Mark, 35, was told he was young and healthy and that the odds were in his favor.
I'd say 3 weeks in, he said to me, "I'm having some funny feelings in my head, like brain fog or something."
Mark Turner stopped the medication after a few months, but then his symptoms got worse. He suffered from erectile dysfunction, lost his libido, and experienced a host of other issues.
He was very tired. He was fatigued. He said, I'm going to work. I feel like a 90-year-old man. Insomnia, tinnitus, very bad tinnitus that would not go away.
The worst of his symptoms was anhedonia, the inability to feel emotions.
I used to fight with him. I'd say, "What do you mean you don't feel love, Mark?" He'd say, "I can't feel it, Mama, anymore. I just can't feel it." He said, "There's no comfort anywhere." But his doctor was very much saying, "There's no way, Mark. This drug would not do that. You're off the drug. There should be no problems."
Doctor after doctor gave the Turners the same answer. There is nothing we can do. Online, however, Mark found thousands of men who shared his symptoms. These men say finasteride has caused them sexual, cognitive, and physical problems that have lasted for years, sometimes decades. A rare condition that is sometimes called post-finasteride syndrome. Over the course of a 6-month investigation, our reporters spoke to dozens of men who say they suffer from this condition and who claim doctors and the pharmaceutical company downplayed finasteride's risks. Some say the drug left them infertile, others are unable to work or be in normal relationships.
What finasteride does is it blocks the conversion of several hormones and neurosteroids in the brain. That has implications for how nerves communicate to each other. And specifically, I hypothesize that it could impair libido, for example, and erectile function.
Harvard professor Michael Irwig has published several studies on finasteride's potentially long-lasting side effects. Risks, he says, are not adequately communicated to the public.
So the truth is that we really don't have good data about the incidence of the persistent sexual side effects. So the studies that were done for younger men with male pattern hair loss were very small studies. They didn't have a lot of people in them, and they were not long-term.
Around the world, several hundred men have launched lawsuits against Merck, the original maker of the drug. In 2019, evidence from one of these trials became public in a Reuters investigation that exposed some of the company's internal emails. In these exchanges, Merck employees called the medication's safety data misleading. They also seemed to reveal that initial clinical trials did find that Propecia's side effects could last after patients quit the drug, but Merck is alleged to have hidden this information from the public.
Nothing has been reported about these men who developed these persistent side effects. So we don't know if they ever recovered or not.
Merck did not agree to an interview with the CBC, but has claimed these internal emails were taken out of context. The Propecia brand is now the property of a company called Organon, who told us they maintain the medication is safe.
I miss my friends. I miss my job. I can't go on like this. The torture is unrelenting. I can't fall back asleep. My mind is racing. Nobody understands. I am alone.
Mark Turner never recovered. In April 2022, a year and a half after his first dose of finasteride, he took his own life. Online, he left a diary of his struggles and a message of warning to other men.
Mark really, really wanted to get this out there, make people aware. There needs to be more information. Delve into the patient's history a little more, and tell them exactly what the warnings are.
The European Union's drug regulator is currently reviewing finasteride over its link to suicidal thoughts. The agency will decide if permission to market the drug should be maintained, suspended for further investigation, or completely withdrawn.